morning, my name is Lika Hokapi. The topic I would like to introduce is GM food can make a better life. Before starting the presentation, I would like to show you some photos and ask you some questions. First, look at these two photos. Do you like eating orange and eat it every day? How about lemon tea? When you cut orange and lemons, they look like this. Will you accept it and try it? How about this cone? Can you tell me which one is GM cone and which one is not? Actually, both of them are GM cone. And then I will introduce these 5 points in the following. The first one is the introduction of what is GM food, and the next one is the problems that GM food may face for, and then is the evidence for supporting GM food. Next is the future approach, and finally is the conclusion. First, let me talk about what is GM food. It is genetically modified food and we commonly call GM food. It has been artificially changed by scientists in a laboratory, and it can be defined as altering the genetic makeup of a living organism by using particular methods to transfer one or more genes from one organism to another. Then, what problems do GM foods face for? The application of recombinant DNA techniques has limited on fewer plants, such as GM corn, although techniques has introduced for many years. And the public continues to debate on the technology because the technology cannot show the obvious benefits to the customers, and the environmental organization strongly against implement of GM food because of destroying the environment and ecosystem. Therefore, implementation of GM food has instead run into deadlock. Then, I will show you the evidence for supporting implementation of GM food. First, GM food can increase the yield products. For example, GM corn can grow rapidly even in the unfavored environment, and the transgenic fish can have a short growth period that can reduce the production cost per fish. And the GM food has the ability to resist the bad environment, virus, bacterial, and fungal damage. Therefore, GM foods can benefit to the economic growth. And the second, GM food can increase the nutritional qualities. It can enhance the contents of essential amino acids into food and also increase the vitamin contents. Maybe you will think that it is only for you, right? However, imagine that if you are living in the developing country, do you really think that it is only for you? As we know, it is important for those people who are living in the developing country. Those people is suffering malnutrition problems and undernutrients. Therefore, GM food can solve poverty and health problems. Some experiments have tried to find out whether GM food may harm human life or not. And they find some animals and fish for GM food about 1 month for the result. And there are no GM soil DNA were detected in the liver, muscle, or brain tissue in salmon. And fewer GM soil DNA were detected in the small intestine, and no GM soil DNA were detected in the large intestine in pig and chicken. Based on the result, GM foods may not harm human life. And next, for the further approach for GM foods. And GM food can increase the content in transgenic animals, and because many experiments just focus on find out the nutritional contents of transgenic plants, but fewer experiments focus on the transgenic animals. So, more experiments should be done to find out the nutritional content of transgenic animal and compare to the original one. And more experiments should be done to find out GM foods may harmful human life or not. It is impossible for humans to become tester, but we can use monkey to become tester, because the DNA sequence between human and monkey are similar. So the results from the testing monkey have more representative than other animals. So more experiments should be done to prove GM foods can make a better life. For the conclusion, more experiments should be done to show the good aspects of GM foods, and GM foods has not instead run into deadlock. GM food has the potential to improve our life better. And here is the reference. And look at this GM cone again. I hope all of you will willingly try GM cone next time. And this is the Q&A questions. Have